run homer. He got one earlier to opposite field over the right center field walls, 363 feet. Corey Sanchez ahead in the count. 0-2 the pitch. Popped foul down the right field line. And into the Bells bullpen, where there is currently some movement. Might be Ryan Sanders still getting warm after coming in abruptly for Thatcher Hurd.
Exactly what I was going to say. Just give him a few more pitches to get ready.
The 0-2. He shakes it off and readies for the 0-2 yet again.
This is what Corey Sanchez was expecting in the game. He said, when I talked to him pre-game, he said, I'm not expecting a whole lot of swing and misses as he checks to A.J. Davis on first to no avail. This Bells batting order, 1 through 9, back
2 misses down in the turf and into Holman, off speed at 80. 1 ball, 2 strikes to A.J. Ezra Samperi. I was thinking about A.J. Davis, who's over at first, getting his first hit just a moment ago since June 26th. He was due. And finally gets it here. The 1-2. Cracked into left field. It's going to drop in front of Trevor Tschenkel. Davis to second. And a base hit for Samperi. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And the Bells have 2 on, 2 out. In the bottom of the third with Emilio Corona stepping up to the plate.
4 consecutive hits for the Bells, all with 2 outs, and 2 runs scored on it to have the 4-0 lead. They're out hitting the Lefties 7-1. That's domination right there.
That's domination early on. And Emilio Corona did that last night, 4 for 4, 3 doubles, 1 3-run homer. He was hit by a pitch last inning. Now the first pitch swung on and fouled into the backstop. Strike 1.
And it's funny how when Emilio Corona was in the lead to have that hitter see more fastballs, because more fastballs are likely to be thrown to guys lower in the order as a pickoff attempt toward, and know that he can seek out fastballs rather than getting a lot of off-speed pitches when he's in the leadoff spot.
0-1 the count to Corona. The pitch fouled off and out of play. Behind the Bells dugout to our right. No balls, 2 strikes. You make a good point there. Emilio Corona really was struggling before those non-conference games last weekend as the leadoff spot. He kind of found his groove in those games and really found it last night as the 0-2 missing downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Emilio Corona, who when he gets on is dangerous, leads the Bells in 8 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah, it's kind of good for the Bells to have speed at the top with Jernan, right in the middle with Malachi Knight, and then at the bottom with Corona.
The 1-2, dribbling down the first base side. It's going to be tough for Sanchez to get. He pushes it with his glove, trying to ground it, and can't pick it up. So a base hit for Corona. 5th straight base hit, loads the bases for the Bells. Swung and
there's a communication error between Bryce.
We have a pitching change for Port Angeles with 2 gone in the bottom of the third, and the bases loaded for the Bells during this pitching change. Will allow the new pitcher to get warm, and we will step aside and come right back with the bottom of the third on your home for Bells baseball, 98.9 KBay, and online at 989kbay.com.
That is a welcome sign of spring.
Can I get 2 minutes here at the station?
However, is an unwelcome.
Gotcha.
Come. If you need a windshield repair or replace auto body or online at mountbakerautoglass.com.
My carpets are a mess between the kids, the dog, and my husband.
Oh, sorry, honey.
Thank goodness for Swan's Clean Care and Restoration, the #1 choice for carpet and area rug cleaning, upholstery, odor control, and more. So go ahead, kids. I've got Swans on my side.
Get your home looking and smelling fresh as a spring day. Call Swans today or visit them online at swanscarpetcleaning.com.
What does your dream getaway have? Luxury hotel rooms, elegant suites, and relaxing spa? We've got that. World-class Wine Spectator award-winning steakhouse? We've got that. Washington's premier golf destination? We've got that. How about the newest slots, table games, and exciting promotions? Oh yeah, we've got those too. Visit Silver Reef Casino Resort
How much time
and
back
hit
there?
the getaway jackpot.
Got about 30 seconds.
Get it off I-5 exit 260. We've got that.
Where do you go to find the best steakhouse between Seattle and Vancouver, BC? Northwest Washington's famed Steakhouse at Silver Reef is the place for award-winning, unforgettable fine dining. Savor our Northwest-sourced, dry-aged USDA prime steaks, finished to perfection in our 1800-degree broiler. Immerse yourself in world-class elegance. Browse our award-winning wine and spirit list, while our attentive staff help to create lasting memories. Reservations are recommended through silverreefcasino.com or by calling Silver Reef Casino Resort.
It's Bell's Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
Pitching change for the Port Angeles Lefties, and leading off, I'm not leading off, there's 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Up now at the dish is Daniel Jernin, bases loaded. First pitch, popped, skied up down the left field line. Tracking it is Trevor Tashenko. He's under it. All the runners circumnavigating the bases, and it drops! Trevor Tashenko can't make the grab in left, and Jernin slides into 3rd. And that brings home 3 runs for the Bellingham Bells, who take a 7-0 lead. That'll be an error charged to left fielder Trevor Tashenko, who had plenty of time to get under that pop fly, and he couldn't make the grab. Fighting the sun, running to his right, tracking it above his left shoulder. That one a tough one for Tashenko.
And that is what all coaches fear. It's called the almighty coast. And you absolutely cannot do it. As an outfielder, you're told sprint to the spot where it's going to be, stop there, and then make the grab. First pitch misses outside of Yugo Hamakawa. That is just, honestly, laziness by Trevor Tashenko, who was drifting over underneath the ball and just slipped his mind.
Now a grounder up the infield gap. Yugo Hamakawa right over the pitcher's mound to first base. It gets through. Daniel Jernin comes home from 3rd. Bells up 8-0.
This is unbelievable turn of events. The fact that that play happened with 2 outs, so off the bat, every runner on the base paths was running, because right on contact with 2 outs, you just take off, and that one had so much time in the air that all 3 runners were able to come around. Jernin safe at 3rd, and then next pitch, Hamakawa brings in Jernin with another, and the Bells lead 8-0.
Crazy turn of events. Like you said, we would be in the top of the 4th had Trevor Tashenko made that grab. 1 ball, no strikes to Luis Aviles. Second at bat of the inning. And the 1-0 popped into center. Getting under it, Garrett Lake. He's drifting under it, and he will make the grab. Flash his glove towards Trevor Tashenko. And Tashenko putting his head down, making the run of shame probably to the Port Angeles dugout, but his teammates will encourage him and tell him to shake it off. Tough one for Tashenko, dropping the routine pop-up to left field. But that happens. That's baseball. Bells take an 8-0 lead through 3 innings. We will come back with the top of the 4th on your home for Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Computers running smoothly in Whatcom County for over 22 years. In the computer business, that's forever. DataLink West can help you with computer viruses, spyware, data recovery, system upgrades and updates, or custom build you a brand new super fast solid-state computer system with all your old data on it. Find DataLink West on Maple Street right across from Boomer's Drive-In, or visit datalinkwest.com to schedule your service. DataLink West, the local experts to visit for all your computer needs. Go Bells.
Hi, this is Jacob Marr with Mars Heating. Did you know every home requires a different amount of heating and cooling to keep you comfortable? At Mars, we do a careful home analysis to make sure your system is sized just right, and we install trusted brands like Carrier. Plus, right now get special financing for 72 months. Stay cool this summer when you turn to the experts with Carrier.
Back in 10.
Visit us online at marsheating.com. That's MARRS heating.com. For out-of-this-world service, call Mars.
Subject to credit approval. Call for details.
Baseball. It's Bell's Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
Top of the fourth inning, and Ryan Sanders back on the mound for the Bells. Taking over play-by-play duties is my broadcast partner up here in the broadcast booth, the very talented Tellier Lundquist. Take it away, my friend.
Buckle up, folks. First pitch is just out of the zone from Ryan Saunders for ball one to Bryce Matthews. Saunders came in to relieve Thatcher Hurd with one out in the top of the third as Saunders delivers one in the dirt as Matthews goes ahead 2-0. Saunders came in after a rather abrupt exit by Thatcher Hurd, who clearly had some sort of injury ailing him. Now the 2-0 is in for strike one with the breaking ball. First two batters that Ryan Sanders faced struck them both out on 3 pitches, including his college teammate in Coleman Schmidt to end the inning. Here we are in the 5 spot for the batting order with the lefties, and Matthews takes another one inside. Count is 3-1.
Yeah, the first ball's delivered from Ryan Sanders, and that had to feel good. 6 pitches in relief of Thatcher Hurd in the third, and that's all he needed for 2 Ks and the 3-1. Inside against Bryce Matthews. He sheds the protective equipment. He'll take first on a 3-1 walk, a 4-1 walk, rather, to lead off the top of the fourth for the lefties.
And both of Bryce Matthews' plate appearances have been walks on 5 pitches. He is very comfortable doing so, and that's the first batter that we have seen reach base against Ryan Sanders. That brings up Trevor Toshankel, who had the muff out in left field that brought in 3 runs for the Bells. First pitch swing and dribbled over to the first base side. Aviles overthrows it on to Sanders, and that's in time to get to Schenkel, but Bryce Matthews moves up to second base.
We saw that play earlier. That time, really good communication. That's what the Bells work on in terms of infield defensive play. Ryan Sanders on the mound. He will take first as the first baseman comes over and corrals that ground ball, making the ground out to first.
And that's certainly, that one more so than the Sanchez play, certainly a first baseman's ball regardless. The one in between Sanchez and Matthews, you're absolutely right. Similar plays, just a lack of communication for the lefties. As ball one is thrown in to Carson Crawford. Struck out looking in his first at-bat against Thatcher Hurd, and now missing outside again is Ryan Sanders. 2-0 count to Carson Crawford, heading to Cal Berkeley in the fall for his first year.
Be interesting to see how deep Ryan Sanders goes in this ball game. Coming on a little earlier than he's used to. Obviously needed a couple more pitches in the bullpen before coming out for his second inning of work. Most he's gone so far this year, 2 1/3.
2-0, big hack, and nothing to show for it for Crawford. He goes to 2-1. That's the hitter's count swing that you expect to see out of the really any batter who sees a fastball like Crawford just did, just comes up empty. 2-1 count with 1 out in the top of the fourth. The leadoff man was walked in Bryce Matthews, and now another swing and a miss from Carson Crawford to move to 2-2. Lefties who only have 1 hit so far. That was the very first batter of the game with Taku Kataoka. He pushed a little flare over the third baseman. And since then, the lefties have only found base runners via hit by pitch or walk. 2-2 count from Ryan Sanders. He kicks and fires, misses low with a fastball. Full count for Crawford.
Yeah, Sanders works the fastball change curve. Bells stands at 5'11", 185, throws left.
And the payoff is lifted high to Hamakawa over at second, easily under it. And that's the second out of the inning. 2 down in the top of the fourth. Inning started off with the
ground out, aided by Luis Aviles. Sanders ultimately tapping the bag for the force out, and Yugo Hamakawa tracking down that pop fly in the infield. Ryan Sanders will take whatever he can get there.
Now facing Jack Holman, hitting in the 8th spot and catching today for the lefties. He takes ball one way upstairs. An off-speed from Sanders just got away from him.
I saw Jack Holman in Port Angeles and I've seen him a couple games already here. I just looked down on the home plate. I forgot how big he is. 6'4", 210. And is he a switch hitter?
He is not. Left-handed only as he swings through that fastball. And his count goes to 1-1. But you're absolutely right. He is a big body. There's a reason he's a major Pac-12 baseball commit. However, do not be intimidated. Big teddy bear.
That's awesome.
So Holman has the 1-1 against Ryan Sanders with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Sanders checks back to second. Now kicks and fires. Breaking ball catches the top of the zone. 1-2. And being able to spot up that breaking ball, especially in a lefty-lefty matchup for Ryan Sanders, is going to be big. If he can throw that and get it to break in to catch the top of the zone, it is almost very hard to hit. The 1-2 barely fouled off the end of the bat by Holman to remain. Being worked into his role in relief. There's already another arm going in the pen for the Bells. You questioned how long Sanders was going to go. He's not used to too many multiple inning outings.
He really isn't, only going 2 1/3.
As that 1-2 puts the Lefties on the board, they now trail 8-1. Great piece of hitting by Jack Holman, just taking what Sanders gives him, a fastball on the outside, and just pushes it in that direction. And just the second hit of the game for Lefties bats brings in their first run as that turns things over to Nick Oakley in the 9th spot. Sanders holds, now kicks and fires. That one off the handle by Oakley. Off the glove of Hamakawa, tries to recover, but Oakley beats it out towards first in an E4. Allows the inning to continue for the Lefties. Hamakawa, you mentioned it, Mr. Consistency both at the plate and generally in the field. A very sure-handed second baseman lets that one get away from him.
Yeah, that one Hugo's not going to be a huge fan of, as it was hard for him to track. Like you called, beautifully off first, and he'll be upset at that one probably after the game.
And now a substitution in the Lefties order. Number 14, Shea Thomas from Edmonds College. And Kataoka took over for Shea Thomas a couple of games ago. And now Thomas returning the favor as he takes ball 1 inside from Sanders. 1-1 count, 2 outs in the top of the 4th. The score takes one look at Holman at second. Now kick.
Yeah, Sanders with a great start. Like we mentioned a couple times already, 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the top of the 3rd. Now getting a mound visit here from Jim Clem, who can tell better than, well, maybe anybody when a pitcher needs to take a couple extra breathers, settle down, and that's what Jim Clem does out there on the mound so well. I talked to Jim Clem and asked him, what do you tell the guys out there when you visit the mound? He says, I don't focus on what just happened. Nothing about what just went on. I focus on what's going to happen next and what the pitcher does well and how to combine those two. What's going to happen next with what the pitcher who's on the mound does so well, and that's what's being chatted about on the mound right now as Jim Clem now exits.
That is the most common conversation for any pitching coach to have. If your pitcher is struggling, pitching coach comes on out there, or any coach that understands pitching, he walks out there, first thing he says, what do you want to throw? They just want the pitcher to be comfortable with what they are throwing and confident in it. The 2-1 is a slider. He goes to that go-to pitch, gets it in the zone. Count moves to 2-2 on Shea Thomas, and clearly that's the one that Ryan Sanders has the most confidence in, is spinning that breaking ball into the zone for a called strike rather than trying to get a swing and miss on it, as a lot of pitchers will do ahead in the count, is they will try to spike that slider and get a swing over the top, but Sanders trying to spot it up. Now the 2-2 pushed into right field and slicing, and over to make the play is Emilio Corona. He makes it right on the right field line. The first run of the game for the Lefties comes across in the top of the 4th. Bells still hang on to an 8-1 lead as we head to the home half. Coming up on your home for Bellingham Bells, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Relive all your favorites every day. KBAI Bellingham, 98.9 and AM 930 KBay.
Dogs don't sweat. They cool themselves primarily through panting, but if it's too hot and humid, they could be in real danger. Animals can have a hard time adjusting to being outside a temperature-controlled home for an extended period. In the craziness of summer activities and errands, it's easy to forget about a sleeping pet in the back seat. But so double your vehicle. Cold water and children's hand, and closely monitor your pets for signs of distress or excessive panting. If you see any signs of heat stroke, call your vet immediately. Dogs love going for a quick ride down the street with the window down, but when the temperature is rising, it's too hot for spa. A reminder from Cascade Radio Group and Animal Emergency Care and Boundary Bay Specialty Veterinary Hospital, always ready to serve at their state-of-the-art facility. Their highly trained vet
Back in 10.
passion and ability 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including holidays. In Bellingham and online at animalemergencycare.net.
It's Bell's Baseball on 98.9.
Field, Taylor Lundquist alongside my broadcast partner. I'll say, how should I say this?
I like broadcast partner. That's my
I do like
go-to.
broadcast partner. Okay.
Yeah, and then when you know,
Taylor Lundquist alongside my broadcast partner Ryan Carl. Third series of the season between the two. Preston Howie on the mound came in to relieve in the third, and first pitch in 2. Aviles is a called strike at 89. Side corner 0-2 start for Howie.
yeah, and Charlie Somm leading things off for the Bells here. 0 for 2 on the night, struck out back in the first and flew out to left in the third.
And that is out number 1 via strikeout for Preston Howie.
Yeah, Luis Aviles got to bat twice in the bottom of the third and to left. After we went through the entire Bells batting rotation in 1 inning.
Now Malik out in left field by left fielder Trevor Tashenkel. That one is fouled off to go to an 0-2 count for Malachi Knight, who is already 2 for 2 on the day. 2 base knocks up the middle of the field, both of them coming against Corey Sanchez. His first appearance versus Howie. The slider misses outside. Got a little swagger back as that slider just breaks into Miss Knight, but misses the zone at the same time. 2-2 count of the third. That one high and tight, just getting out of the way is Malachi Knight on a 90 ball, and really elevated a fastball.
He
right
did.
Around the chin height of Malachi Knight.
Malachi turning in and away from that pitch and falling to his knees. He's back up now, ready for the payoff pitch.
The 3-2 from Howie just misses upstairs with a slider, and that is a 1-out walk for Malachi Knight. That'll bring up Ty Saunders. 1 for 2 so far that inning for the Bells. Here he is hitting left-handed now after hitting right-handed in his previous 2 at-bats against Corey Sanchez, the left-hander.
Yeah, the only switch hitter in the Bells rotation, Ty Saunders, and a versatile one at that, can really fill in on either side and fills in equally well as strike 1 falls into Ty Saunders. Fastball at 88. 0-1 the count.
Preston Howie is going to be a mid-90s thrower. Low 90s thrower. We'll get up to 93, 94 at times. Here's fastball, curveball, this time mixing in a little changeup, and effective to say the least. 0-2 count for Ty Saunders. Malachi Knight on first after he drew the walk. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. This one right back to Howie. He throws it to Oakley at shortstop, tags the second base. Throw on to first is in time, and a 1-6-3 double play for the Lefties, making his way off the mound. We head to the 5th. Coming up on your home for Bellingham Bells Baseball, 98.9 KBay.
Guys, easy, eh? Obviously. But as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh, yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's
At Rod's Japanese Auto Care and Rod's Master Auto Tech, when they say family owned and operated, they mean it.
2 minutes
Here's
of the
Brittany
station, please.
describing
2
the
minutes.
family's
2 minutes.
business.
2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Brittany.
Gotcha.
With
Thank
my
you.
dad. Plus, I manage my 2 older brothers. Every day, we work together to change the perception of our industry. That means integrity, transparency, and educating our customers while treating them with care.
On the guide and off Bennett Drive in Bellingham.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband. He lost weight. More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved.
What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late-day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. That's right. Weight loss seminar Tuesday, July 6th.
Back in 10.
Bellingham, and Wednesday, July 7th at the Best Western Plus Skagit Valley Inn.
It's Bell's Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
First couple of pitches missing outside to Javi Espinoza, who leads off the top, lifted high and straight back by Espinoza as the count moves to 2-1. A rather efficient outing, I'd say, for Ryan Sanders, just giving up the 1 RBI single off the bat of Jack Holman that brought in Bryce Matthews, who he walked to lead off the top of the 4th. As that one misses outside to Espinoza, the count moves to 3-1. Aaron Barocas pitched in Port Angeles against the Lefties in the previous series. Pitched pretty well.
He did.
To center field and over easily to make the grab is Daniel Jernin. That's a good example of sprinting to the spot, posting up, and making the routine play. 1 out in the top of the 5th in a quick one.
Jernin in center, and Emilio Corona, the leader in stolen bases for the Bells, in right, and Barocas making his 4th appearance. I keep getting that wrong.
An inside fastball late goes around on the check swing, but you're absolutely right. I don't know if there's a faster outfield in the entire West Coast League.
Be closer to the top. As strike 2 delivered to Garrett Lake. Aaron Barocas wears number 30. A little bit more on that later.
0-2 for Garrett Lake. That one just misses about a half ball outside. Moves to 1-2. That's my opinion, and I'm going to take it as fact.
I like that.
1-2 count to Garrett Lake with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Barocas kicks and fires. Breaking ball fouled off into the Bells dugout. 1-2, we stay.
Yeah, Ryan Sanders going 2 Ks against the first 2 batters faced for Sanders. Here they came on strong back in the top of the 3rd.
Then a little more trouble in the 4th. Barocas 1-2 for Barocas in the top of the 5th. And after the Lefties scored their first run in the top of the 4th, here they are in the 5th. And it already feels like they're losing a little bit of momentum.
Okay, and 1 flyout from his outfield. And the past 7 brought home Bryce Matthews from second.
Coleman Schmidt could be that one. Takes a slider outside for ball 1. Now dribbles one right back to Barocas. A little PFP as he throws on to first. Aviles is there to make the grab. And to the bottom half of the 5th, Bells stay on top. Coming up on your home for Bellingham Bells. 98.9 K-Bay and online at 989kbay.com.
Real estate, not really any fun, is it? Whether you need to move because of work, just time to move up. Will the home keep its value? Is it in a good area? All the paperwork, the financing, the negotiating. Ugh, I would have lost my mind if it wasn't for Mission Realty.
Let their expert team at when you call Clean Air Comfort Systems. Plus, you'll save 25% on your energy bills guaranteed. Clean Air Comfort Systems wants to make
back in 10.
$300 per month on a new Lennox system.
One more minute,
Rethink
please.
your air quality with a new air conditioner, heat pump, or furnace today.
1 more minute.
Online at cleanaircomfortsystems.com.
Gotcha.
Conditions apply.
You're the best.
Enjoy all that the Northwest
Best
offers
back
in
of the
one
station.
beautiful bike ride.
Best.
It's the 15th annual Dewey Griffin Subaru Tour de Whatcom, Saturday, July 17th. This popular event starts and finishes at Boundary Bay Brewery. Your scenic tour offers rides of 22, 44, a 62-mile metric century, and a 100-mile century route.
Choose your distance and get ready for one gorgeous ride.
Dude.
You'll get a view of Mount Baker as you ride past rivers, farmlands, and breathtaking beaches.
my mom did that,
Check
my phone
out
would
Tour
be
de
lit up.
Whatcom online for lodging options, registration, and all the details. Sign up with special rates
Be my
for
own
families
fault,
and
yeah.
tandem riders. And best of all, Tour de Whatcom
Is this,
benefits local
Howie
charities.
again?
So you'll be riding for a great cause, including the Ferndale
I'll have
Band
you,
Booster Club. Don't miss the
this his first
Dewey
outing?
Griffin
First
Subaru
appearance?
Tour de Whatcom, Saturday, July 17th.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
the Northwest most
this game. It's his first.
Back in 10.
Okay.
generously donated by Dewey Griffin Subaru, community-minded
All right, I'll
and
let you take it over.
community-driven, and the only Subaru certified tire and service center in the county. Online at DeweyGriffinSubaru.com.
It's Bells Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
Back on the bats are the Bells here in Bellingham, Washington. Tyler Lundquist alongside Ryan Carlson with you as we enter the home half of the fifth. And A.J. Davis will lead it off for Bellingham as they hang on to an 8-1 lead. New arm for the Lefties is Caden Lewis, the lefty from Edmonds College. As Preston Howie exited after his inning and a third. And it looked like Howie suffering with a bit of back tightness as he took his leave from the diamond. He's been working on it for the last couple of games and trying to get in rehab and everything. Seems like he re-aggravated it today. It looks like a fastball for about 50 feet. And there it is right now, just missing outside. Count is 2-1. And if Caden Lewis allows a base runner, you better believe before the first pitch to the next batter, he's picking off to first. 2-1 count to A.J. Davis from
senior year there, and he has his first base hit tonight back in the third. First hit since June 26th. That's good for A.J.
2-2 in the dirt. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strikeout for Caden Lewis in his first batter. And how about this for Caden Lewis? He has 9 straight innings of West Coast League play without allowing a hit. Thirds innings, and he has allowed 1 hit. So
lights out.
Caden Lewis, lights out when it comes to West Coast League play. Here he is facing his second batter in Ezra Samperi. That one just misses a half ball inside, 1-0. So I was talking to Caden out in the outfield during BP, as I do with all of the pitchers. I just make the rounds because they're just out there chatting it up. They're not doing anything. Arm feels great, and I got to keep up the streak. I said, Caden, what's the streak? He said, 9 innings of hitless ball, baby. That one fouled off by Samperi. Count goes to 2-1, and I just love Caden Lewis, his energy that he brings. He's fairly soft-spoken, but when he says something, it's hilarious.
Love those personalities, and that shows his humor and his drive. Wanted to continue that streak.
The 2-1 ripped to Bryce Matthews, fumbled it for a minute, then takes his time. Santre in the bottom of the fifth brings up Emilio Corona, and if anyone is going to end the streak for Caden Lewis, it's probably this guy. He's got 5 hits over his last 6 plate appearances.
On a tremendously hot streak is Emilio Corona. He had a home run when the Bells were down in Ridgefield. I believe it was a single run shot against the Raptors. Yes, in the top of the third of the second of 3 games down.
Home run yesterday on top of 3 doubles, and already has a hit today and was hit by a pitch. So a hit either way. This one launched high and deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is foul. Just hooked a little too much, barely out in front of it. For Caden Lewis, all you can do is say that is a long strike. 1-1 the count.
It sure is. That one way over the left field wall in foul territory. Some cars back there in the parking lot where they will launch fireworks after this ball game. We're getting closer to the first firework night of the year.
Getting closer. Sun continues to set and just preps the night sky for the beaming light.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Breaking ball misses high and away to Corona. Count moves to 2-1 for Caden Lewis. Lewis comes set. Kicks, fires, and misses high and away with the fastball. At 85, Holman couldn't snag it. And now in another hitter's count for Emilio Corona. And when he gets these situations, you best believe he's giving it his best rip. Caden Lewis went 2 1/3 in game 2 against the Pippins as he delivers ball 4 to Corona. And that is a 2-out walk issued by Caden Lewis. But in his last appearance, went 2 1/3. Hitless ball, of course. No runs, 2 strikeouts, and the 1 walk. As he now issues another free 90 for once on a fielder's choice in the second, and then the error in left field by Trevor Tashenko that ended up scoring 3 runs to give their Bells their now 8-1 lead. Pickoff attempt, and barely back in time standing up is Emilio Corona.
Yeah, you feel bad for Trevor Tashenko. Thought he could get under that pop fly, no problem, and ended up losing it in the sun.
That one misses just upstairs to Jernin, 1-0 the count, but you're absolutely right. It just feels, it's the same way in Port Angeles. The sun sets, that gives the left side of the diamond a lot of trouble. I feel like baseball fields are made to test left fielders. It's got to be something.
Those two especially, yes.
1-0 misses high and away to Jernin, 2-0. Lewis has already tried 2 times to check Oakley. Comes in to talk to Caden Lewis. He frequently does this after a couple of ball board and Caden Lewis. I believe the count is only 2-0. So now Lewis comes set, kicks and fires home. This one into right field by Jernin and over the head of Luke Saunders. Misplayed it off the bat. Now he throws it in. Corona around third. He's going to score. The throw in is late. And Jernin with another RBI. He stands up on second with the 2-out RBI double.
Corona was booking it all the way from first. Giesland confident in giving him the go-ahead at third base. And on his slide, kind of turned over to his back and brushed home base. The palm of his right hand, Corona flying into home. Bells lead 9-1.
So the Bells go on top. They take an 8-run lead in the bottom of the 5th. And that ball just misplayed by Luke Saunders out in right field. They've had 2 mishaps in the corner outfield, have the Lefties. Each of them have scored runs. And I don't know about that. That is a tough way for Caden Lewis to end the hitless streak. Is a ball that in the books is a hit, but to the eye test, my favorite thing in the world, is really a mental error, but one that does not go into the books.
Yeah, that one a real tough one for Takuto Kataoka, who is in right field.
Luke Saunders, in fact, took over as Hamakawa now first pitch swinging, grounds out to Javier Espinoza at second base. Second time that Yugo has done so in this game. So the Bells have another run come across off the bat of Daniel Jernin. His 2-out double scores Emilio Corona. They take a 9-1 lead, and we head to the 6th. Coming up on your home for Bellingham.
Paid how much for those lessons?
She's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Supplied by Walton Beverage, proudly celebrating 90 years as your only local independent Pepsi distributor.
It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? Being a member of the Air Force Reserve. It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve. To find out about local job...
Back in 10.
Serve at Joint Base Lewis McChord. Call 800-257-1212 or go to afreserve.com. Sponsored by the Air Force Reserve and aired in cooperation with the Washington State Association of Broadcasters and this station.
It's Bells Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
We welcome you back to Bellingham. Aaron Barocas still out on the mound for his second inning of work for the Bells. Tony Lundquist alongside my broadcast partner, Ryan Carlson. Game 2 between the Bellingham Bells and the Port Angeles Lefties. Bellingham took game 1 rather easily. A big come from behind 9-3 win. Now they're up 9-1. And game 3 tomorrow, a 12:05 start on July 4th. Big swing and a miss from Bryce Matthews for the first pitch of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Barocas back out there on the mound, and it's been an interesting journey, to say the least, for Aaron so far this summer. His first outing in Port Angeles a few weeks back. The 0-1 skipping off the turf to Port Angeles leadoff man, Bryce Matthews, ball one. 1-1 the count now from Barocas. And in that first outing, Aaron came in for innings 7 and 8 in Port Angeles, giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run.
The 1-1 is pushed out to second baseman Hamakawa. Easily throws on to Aviles, and that's out number 1. Ryan, continue.
Thank you, sir. Want to leave you enough room to call the action out there. And then after that, Aaron made his very next appearance on June 23rd, 7 days later, at home up here at Joe Martin Field against the Bend Elks. And he came on for only 2/3 of it. Well, strike one falls in against Trevor Tashenko at the dish. 1 gone, top of the 6th. So Trevin Hope and Kenji Polaris in that ball game went 6 1/3. Then Aaron Barocas comes in.
Again throws on to Aviles, and again I send it back to you, Ryan.
Little deja vu here in the top of the 6th. So Aaron comes in the 7th with 1 out. And the catcher at the dish was Ezra Samperi for Aaron, the same catcher who's out there right now as he watches Carson Crawford come up for the Lefties with 2 gone, top of the 6th. And after one of Aaron's fastballs, Perry makes the throw to second to try to get the tag out. And on the 0-1, Aaron missing down and away at 90 miles an hour to Crawford. 2 balls, no strikes. Easy thing to take. That did not feel good for Aaron. He ended the inning getting the final 2 outs of the 7th as the 2-0 in there for strike night. And so Aaron Barocas has
outs to finish the inning. Ryan, do you have anything left?
The Cascade Collegiate League. He only went 1. Really, Aaron aiming to get a little bit longer of an outing here tonight.
On your home for Bellingham Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay. And online at 989kbay.com.
If you need a windshield repair or replacement, take it to the pros at Mount Baker Auto Glass. They guarantee the highest quality service at affordable price. Glass. Why go anywhere else? Mount Baker Auto Glass.
1 more minute after this
inside
minute, please.
Olson Auto Body or online at Mount Baker Auto Glass.
You got it?
You're the
This
man.
is Jacob
You
Marr
are
with
the
Mars
man.
Heating. Did you know every home requires brands like Carrier? Plus, right now get Specialcom. That's MARRS Heating.com.
Bellingham County for over 22 years. In the computer business, new super fast solid state computer system with all your old data on it. Find Data Link West on Maple Street right across from Boomer's Drive-In, or visit
Your car need a little TLC or a lot? Technicians are some of the best in the business, offering dealership level expertise without the dealership prices. Plus, Rods is family rods on Bennett Drive and online at MasterAutoTechLLC.com.
Baseball. It's Bells Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
Here in the bottom of the 6th, Luis Aviles starts off the inning for the Bells, and new pitcher Tatsu Uemoto in for Port. And the Bells offense, 4th and 1 in the 5th, as that one is roped foul right towards the Port, but throws a ton of balls in the zone and will get a lot of ground ball outs. He has a lot of downward movement on all of his pitches. Fastball, curveball, and kind of a split changeup. As that one is swung over, the job done.
Yeah, and that's all it takes, hitting your spots. And he's got a very unique delivery, I noticed, on the mound. Kind of sits back for a little while and then cocks his arm as if he will deliver in a sidewinder motion.
And gets a big swing over the top of defensive changes. We mentioned Luke Saunders out in right field last inning. Shea Thomas has also taken over at third base, which means Coleman Schmidt seems to be done now, or potentially just moved to the DH spot. You never really know until they come up in the order, but the first pitch thrown into Charlie Som is called strike. Uemoto taps the glove on the knee, delivers slider low in the zone at just 71 miles an hour.
Saw him on the night, 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout to left fielder Trevor Tashenko, who's in the sun now.
And this one is popped in foul territory. Drifting is Shea Thomas, finds the fence, and that one just far enough into the Lefties dugout to be out of play. 1-2, the count goes on Psalm. So Uemoto, who struck out Aviles to start on a 1-0 count, now has a 1-2 count, now has another 1-2 against Psalm. He kicks and fires. This one roped into left. Tashenko picks it up off of 2 hops, and that goes off his glove. Psalm turns around first. He's into second base. And that is a leadoff single advancing on the error by the left fielder. And the Bells, with 1 out, now have Psalm on second.
Yep, good for Charlie. Roping a shot to left field. Trevor with some more mishandling of ground balls out there. Well, this time a ground ball, formerly a pop fly. So a rough night for Trevor Tashenko out and left.
Just a couple of mishaps for Trev. The Bells still lead 9-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. And the first pitch to Malachi Knight is fouled back into the mesh netting along the shallow first base side, I'll say. Uemoto goes ahead 0-1 on the UCLA outfield commit. And Uemoto has been a very happy addition to the Lefties bullpen, has come in and been extraordinary. This one grounded softly to Oakley. Backhand pick. Throw on over. Brings Matthews off the bag. Looked like Knight was going to beat it out regardless. A tough play for Oakley. So now the Bells, with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, have runners on the corners after Malachi's infield single.
Shea Thomas charged third base. And as the shortstop, Nick Oakley, do you go for that play at third at all, or is it always first?
That one looked as though it was far enough up the middle for Nick Oakley to make that play. If Shea Thomas feels like he can go cut that ball off in front of shortstop, that is absolutely the third baseman's job. And now facing Ty Saunders, again hitting from the left side, ball 1 from Uemoto. And that is another very difficult play. We've talked about the communication between the pitcher and the first baseman on balls hit over to the right side of the diamond, but to the left side, that is the job of the third baseman to cut anything going across the diamond that he can to make for a shorter throw. Taking off is Malachi Knight towards second. The throw gets away from Oakley, and backing up is Espinoza. So a stolen base for Knight puts runners on second and third, and now a 2-0 count for Ty Saunders. Still just the 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, and the Bells 9-1 lead.
Yeah, Saunders with an RBI double the bottom of the 3rd. He's feeling it tonight. And despite a lower batting average coming into tonight's game with a 169 batting average, Saunders is now just behind Daniel Jernan in the RBI count with 11.
Swing and a miss on the changeup from Uemoto. 2-1 the count, and Saunders trying to add more to his RBI total as well as add more to the current 8-run lead for Bellingham. 2-1 count for Tatsu. Sits back, now kicks and fires. That one barely foul tipped and off the glove of Holman behind the plate. Count goes even, 2-2. That one looked for a second as if it didn't catch the bat of Saunders. A rather deep backstop behind the plate. Really anything that gets past the catcher is worthy of a 90-foot advancement for any base runner. 2-2 for Ty Saunders. Uemoto gets his sign. Set. Looks once at second, now delivers, and gets a swing and a miss. And the 2 outs have come via the strikeout for Uemoto, both of them swinging. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th brings up A.J. Davis, who is 1 for 3 on the day and struck out in his last at-bat to Caden Lewis.
Yeah, it's interesting you talk about the backstop. I know the Lefties haven't seen the Ridgefield Raptors yet this season. At the very foot of the Raptors backstop is this plastic wooden boarding. And from that boarding all the way up to, probably 30 feet above that boarding is all netting. But any balls that get back there will ricochet right back to home base. So eliminating any chance of a runner coming.
Plays into home field advantage a little bit just because the runners know that if anything gets past, they can advance. This one into center field. Lake gets it on one hop. Scoring from third is Psalm. In to score from second is Knight. And another 2 runs come across for the Bells off of the RBI single by A.J. Davis. You mentioned this was a guy that's due, and he's coming up big for the Bells as they take an 11-1 lead.
He was due indeed. Getting last night off and coming back with a vengeance here in this ball game, bringing home 2 runs on the RBI double.
Ezra Sam Perry up to the plate, and I'm sure you know more about this than I do, certainly, as the first pitch misses high. A.J. Davis has to be that guy that everyone can kind of rally around. That generally happens when a guy gets into a little bit of a slump but is well-liked in the clubhouse and finally gets his shot and makes the most of it, as another one misses from Uemoto. Correct me if I'm wrong if that's not A.J. Davis.
No, you're exactly right. Very likable guy, and that's a very similar story to Emilio Corona. He was leadoff man for weeks and then moved down to the ninth spot, then found some success. Everybody rallying around those 2 right now.
That one bobbled by Oakley at shortstop. A very hard hit ball by Ezra Samperi. He reaches first on the error, and this inning just cannot end for Tatsu Uemoto. Another runner on the base paths. Davis goes to second, Samperi into first, and that brings up the always dangerous Emilio Corona.
Yeah, it does. He's been on base every at-bat, every plate appearance in this ballgame. Hit by a pitch in the bottom of the second, then a base hit, and then a walk for Emilio tonight.
Launched, but way foul. Corona just continues to find barrels.
Yeah, a couple that have launched into left foul territory. And Corona making contact, but Uemoto striking out the first batter. Bells get a couple of hits. Uemoto strikes out the 4th batter. Bells get a hit, then Ezra Samperi makes it to first on an error. We'll see if Uemoto can get out of this bottom half of the 6th.
So maybe 2 batters between every out.
Every strikeout for Tatsu so far.
0-1, this one into deep left field, going back, and one hops the fence. Again, another 2 runs come around, and Corona absolutely smashing against as well. Davis scoring from second, Samperi all the way from first. Bells take a 13-1 lead. Now 4 runs scored here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, Emilio continues to pour it on here in this 4th of July weekend series. 2 RBI double. And that is big for Corona. Really feeling it, really coming alive, and that is also big for the Bells going into the first week of the second half of West Coast League play on Tuesday.
First slider called strike on Jernin. You're absolutely right. Is if these guys can, the Bells, if they can solidify their lineup and get everyone with confidence, it doesn't matter if you're coming off the bench or in the starting 9. You know that if you're getting at bats, you've done it before and you've been there, and having that confidence is always great. Another slider in for strike 2 to Jernin. Back-to-back sliders by Uemoto, both called strikes. Now Daniel Jernin's going to have to battle with 2 outs, and he's at an 0-2 disadvantage against Uemoto, bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss on a 3rd straight breaking ball. Holman steps out into the field and throws on down to Matthews to record out number 3. And Uemoto strikes out the side, but in the meantime allows 4 more runs for the Bells. They lead it 13-1. We head to the 7th. Coming up on your home for Bellingham Bells baseball, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Dedicated to Duty, brought to you by Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, salutes the tireless work of local law enforcement. Here's Officer Jeremy Woodward.
My name is Jeremy Woodward, currently assigned as the Bellingham Police Canine Unit Coordinator and Trainer for the department. So our canine unit was established in 1969, and it is the longest running canine unit in the state of Washington. As a kid, my goal was actually to join the military, which I did as soon as I turned 18 years old. That kind of led into police work when I got out of the military. Wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do. I wanted to continue providing a service to citizens and to my country, and feel like I found my calling.
Dedicated to Duty is brought to you by Cascade Radio Group and Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Experience fun the whole family can enjoy.
You're back in 10.
Sports or bowl at Strikers. Plus, Angel of the Winds is 100% smoke-free. Find them at exit 210 off I-5 in Arlington, just 40 miles north of Seattle. Go to angelofthewinds.com.
It's Bells Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
We welcome you back to Joe Martin Field. Tiger Lundquist alongside my broadcast partner, Ryan Carlson. I'm just going to say that every time we come back from break.
Great intro to every half inning, and you're doing a phenomenal job. Fun changing up the broadcast and really the innings of work. We're going to do the same tomorrow. You and I will be on the dual broadcast, starting things off, closing things out for the first firework night of the season.
So you're Aaron Barocas battling. His first batter is Jack Holman. This one lifted into left center, drifting over as Daniel. Aaron Barocas has been fantastic. Sorry, you continue.
I was just going to say Malachi Knight wanted to come and get it. Fun to watch those two share a laugh. But you're right. Aaron Barocas, really good so far, and that is so good to see. So rewarding for Aaron, who's worked so hard to come back from that. Great story for Barocas.
I know I would be down for the count if I got pegged in the back of the head. That would just not feel good, as that one's fouled off by Oakley. Count goes to 1-1. But that Malachi Knight and Daniel Jernin interaction is fantastic because there are two reasons Daniel Jernin gets to catch that fly ball and Malachi Knight has to watch. One, Jernin is the center fielder, and two, he's older. That's the
true.
Freshman treatment for Malachi.
Mike Jernin probably reminding Malachi of his seniority after making that grab.
So a 1-2 count for Aaron Barocas. That one skips in the dirt, gloved by Sam Perry. Even last weekend of the first half of Lefties still have a couple more series to finish up their first half and restart and do it better for yet another F8 in the books. And a quick 2 outs for Aaron Barocas.
This time Malachi Knight not as... I know what I'm trying to say, but then I just completely lose it.
I completely understand. Hey, when you talk for a living, talking gets hard.
That's very true.
First pitch to Shea Thomas is through the 4-hole, goes opposite field and gets the third base. Been due for a long time. Finally punches one through the gap, and that is a 2-out single for Shea Thomas. Brings up Javi Espinoza as they try to mount a little bit of a 2. Barocas comes set, kicks and fires that one in the inner third for a called strike. Espinoza believed it to be a little further inside.
Looked maybe, I think we should have mentioned when he first took the mound in his second inning of work here. Third inning of work.
Swing and a miss on because they're so similar. And it's not like you can just throw a curveball slower. You actually have to throw it differently. And I was never able to do that effectively. Fouled off by Espinoza as Shea Thomas was attempting a stolen base. And
Thomas getting a good jump off of first, and he's got the speed to do it. And Bells total so far here at the Bells home ballpark.
Thomas takes off again. No challenge. Thomas advances to second with the stolen base of the year for Joe Martin.
Well, you know, it's interesting. As the 1-2 missing down in the way, there was only one team prior to tonight's game.
Is it the Ridgefield Raptors?
No, they haven't been here. It is the Port Angeles Lefties.
Oh, yes, as that one is grounded over to the first baseman Aviles on 3 hops. He quickly scampers on over to first. First baseman for Espinoza. That is the end of the inning for the Lefty. Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay. And
gotcha.
Keep a little
Thank you so
hot.
much.
It only gets worse in the summer. Being a warm sleeper myself, I am Tex Mattresses.
The natural foams are more breathable, and by adding wool layers and natural covers, we can really increase the airflow. In our Beauty Rest line, our Tempur-Pedic line includes the Cooling Breeze models that take cooling to a whole new level. Finally, we carry options on the corner of 10th and Mackenzie and Fairhaven.
The solution for a good night's sleep.
Ah, real estate. Asking too much. God. A little home inspection. Find it if it wasn't for Mission Realty. Let their
For those lessons.
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's not the end.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids'
held up on
recitals.
that?
10 seconds.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Supplied by Walton Beverage, proudly celebrating 90 years as your only local independent Pepsi distributor.
It's Bell's Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
Welcome you back here in Joe Martin Field. A 1-1 count to substitute hitter Bryce Matthews. Great to see Connor's
bullpen catcher for the summer. And talking to Adam Giesland, Bell's head coach, about that role, he said they come out of the summer in different pitches. And so really cool to see Connor Thomas getting a
series and not non-league to get him out and face a rather high-quality pitcher in Tatsu Uemoto as he goes to a one. Uemoto at 85 miles an hour on the fastball. That's about where he sits. Uemoto 25 pitches by Jack Holman.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. I think Connor Thomas's first appearance at the dish came against a non-conference opponent. That was June 25th when the Redmond Dudes were in town, and Connor Thomas got an at-bat in that ball game.
The 2-2 fouled back by Aviles. Will do it again. As always, my favorite thing, just to see guys getting into the ball game, getting at-bats, and just being a part of it, because it's not often that you're going to be a part of a team like this. So whenever you can get those opportunities is just the best.
Exactly. You got to seize those opportunities, and that's what Connor Thomas did. Fought at the dish and ended up getting contact, but grounded out.
Swing and a miss by Aviles over the top of the breaking ball. Uemoto has recorded 5 outs through an inning and 2/3. 4 of them have been strikeouts. So Uemoto, although he allowed 4 hits and 4 runs, pattern.
And successful, despite those 4 runs. Last inning, Uemoto has looked very good, especially here in the bottom of the set.
1-0 the count for Uemoto. He fires. That one just misses high.
Saw him his last inning, his best inning. Made it to second on an earned single, but an error to Trevor Dushenko out in left. And then would be brought home on an RBI, 2 RBI single, courtesy of A.J. Davis.
That is strike 1 into Charlie Somm. 2-1 the count. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Bellingham leads 13-1. Uemoto taps, fires, foul ball to go to 2-2.
You know what? We left everybody.
And it was the Lefties.
It was the Lefties, and we cut to break. That was the Lefties back on June 6th, Game 3 in Bellingham.
Once again, we're going to have to go to break as Holman throws down and another strikeout for Uemoto. I promise we'll come right back.
Yep.
I promise we'll come home for Bellingham Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Relive all your favorites every day. KBAI Bellingham, 98.9 and AM 930 K-Bay.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband. He lost weight. More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend went and she lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months. So does Mark Patrick hypnosis work? Oh yeah, it works.
Oh my, what are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late-day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. That's right. Weight loss seminar Tuesday, 7:30 p.m.
Do you want
Stop
to
smoking seminar 8 to 10
send it
p.m. Registration
once we
begins
come
30
back?
minutes before seminar.
Yes. Okay. Everything all right at the station?
Yep. Auto Care and
Odds with my dad. Plus, I manage my 2 older brothers. Every day, we work together to change the perception of our industry. That means integrity, transparency, and educating our customers while treating them with care and respect.
If your car needs service or repair, visit Rod's Japanese Auto Care or Rod's Master Auto Tech today. Get it.
We welcome you back to Joe Martin Field, a 1-1 count on Garrett Lake. And as we enter the top of the 8th inning, my time has come to say goodbye. I welcome in.
Yeah, bit of an unusual appearance late in this ball game. Top of the 8th inning, Bells ahead 13 runs to 1. And the 2-1 grounded foul off the bat of Garrett Lake towards the Bells dugout. Lake creating some friction in between his batting glove. He starts for the Bells so far in this season. And now toward Garrett Lake getting a good piece of that.
And we know he likes to threaten that left field or that right field wall as well. Sent 3 over it in the first series here in Bellingham. And Chavaria has also made a start against the Lefties, so this lineup has seen him before.
In his first 3 starts, Eric went 6 innings each, and he likes to go by Chav. Garrett Lake pops one into deep left center. That one drifting back, and it is off the wall, and I don't know what happened there. Did center fielder...
Because it was up against the wall, and it actually short hopped the wall. So Garrett Lake, it was untouched.
Okay.
So a leadoff double for Garrett Lake. That's an awkward play because that wall out there, people don't know, that is solid wood. That is not fun to run into. So Jernan certainly aware of that and had to back off as he got closer and closer to the fence. And, in fact, had to let it drop. So a leadoff double for Garrett Lake.
Well, a couple of games ago, Ezra Samperi hit a double to that same area. I called it a home run, so I really wanted to hold up and make sure I got it right. So, hey, I got a broadcast partner tonight. I defaulted to you to help me out with that. As ball 1 called to Coleman Schmidt down at the plate. He's the second batter of the inning for Eric Chavaria, who comes into tonight's game number 1 in the West Coast League in terms of earned run average. The 1-0 swung on and missed by Coleman Schmidt.
I would have loved to listen to the radio silence of you spinning circles in your head of how to call that last play.
You were hoping that I would close it out, but I defaulted to you. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Fastball 89. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And they were spinning, by the way.
But
they were going.
I'm sure I could see it from here. And I'm just glad you asked it in a question instead of saying it wrong and then having me correct you.
Yes.
Because as a broadcast partner, I never want to correct. It's always yes and. Did you ever take improv classes?
I have not. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Now a check the third. Safe. Sliding in the third is Garrett Lake. And so down at the plate, Coleman Schmidt struck out swinging. And some hooting and hollering from the fans here at Joe Martin after that one. Yes, and
you can never say, oh, no, we have to do this instead. It's always okay, and yes, and. And I feel like that's broadcasting. You can never discount something. You always have to roll with the punches of your partner or even yourself or the game or what it may be. And you just have to roll with it, take it in stride, and say, yes, and this.
Looks like I need some improv classes. The first pitch to Bryce Matthews, fouled down the left field fence.
I was a frequent theater kid. But I wouldn't classify myself as a theater kid because I played sports at the same time, but I certainly enjoyed and still do theater and musical theater.
And strike 2 called. Eric Chavaria fires another fastball right down the inside edge of the dish to Bryce Matthews, left-handed batter, who was walked a couple of times tonight, both on 4-1 counts in the first and fourth. And now the 0-2. Swung on and missed by Bryce Matthews, and Eric Chavaria stares him down as he departs towards the Port Angeles dugout.
This is the point of the game where you can start to feel the chippiness get involved, and especially we heard the hooting and hollering as you explained it from the gallery around Joe Martin Field, and that's really what gets the players going. If the fans get into it as well, then they really start jawing each other. Now a substitute hitter, Zach Thomas, in to hit for Trevor Toshenko.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Nice slider down and away. Thomas bites at it. No balls. 1 strike. I was never a theater kid. Looking back, maybe should have been. Would have helped the broadcasting a little bit more.
Potentially. It's part of my character. I'm a flamboyant kind of guy in a good way, in my opinion.
Very good way.
I think it adds a little flair, a little flavor. Certain times it can be a little too much.
That's why I beg you to join the broadcast with me. We need that.
Hey, we pull each other in the right directions. You pull me towards professional, and I pull you towards a little more comedic, a little more loose.
Well, I appreciate that. I would concur. The 1-1, swing and a miss from Zach Thomas, pinch hitting for Trevor Toshenko. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Eric Chavarria looking to strand Garrett Lake at third in this top half of the 8th inning. Lake 90 feet away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Eric Chavarria strikes out the side after giving up a leadoff double to Garrett Lake, who all of them swinging. And the Lefties strand 1 on the bags. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Bells up by 12, 13 runs to 1. So leading off the bottom, KBay.com.
Conditioning within a week when you call Clean Air Comfort Systems. Plus, you'll save 25% on your energy bills guaranteed. Clean Air Comfort Systems wants to make the air in your home absolutely perfect with reliable, groundbreaking Lennox products. And they're offering up $1,800 in rebates or payments as low as $300 per month on a new Lennox system. Rethink your air quality with a new air conditioner, heat pump, or furnace today. Online at Clean Air Comfort Systems.
Some sign of worse to come. If you need a windshield repair or replacement, take it to the pros at Mount Baker Auto Glass. They guarantee the highest quality service at affordable prices and work with all insurance companies. Mount Baker Auto Glass.
Back in 10.
And extended services, including industrial and commercial auto glass. Why go anywhere else? Mount Baker Auto Glass on Humboldt Street inside Olson Auto Body or online at mountbakerautoglass.com.
It's Bells Baseball on 98.9 K-Bay.
Bottom of the 8th, it is Malachi Knight leading things off for the Bellingham Bells. I think I said that in the outro. I don't know. Did I say Malachi Knight?
It's a good reminder.
I can't even remember.
It's a good reminder.
The 1-0 missing down and away. I thought I got the name wrong. That's why I kind of second-guessed myself. I think my mind is just so focused on firework night here at Joe Martin. Just getting too excited.
I'm very excited. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. After this ball game, fireworks from beyond left field. For 4th of July weekend, it's going to be awesome. And a packed house here at the Hagen Diamond at Joe Martin Field. Watching Malachi Knight at the dish. And way down, 3 balls, 1 strike to Malachi Knight.
And still no movement in the Lefties bullpen. They're just letting Tatsu Uemoto go until he can, as that one's fouled off by Malachi. 3-2 the count.
And why not 5 strikeouts through 2 innings of work? Now he's got Malachi Knight here in a full count to start things off, bottom of the 8th.
Currently, the only limiting factor for Tatsu was pitch count. He had 39 coming into this inning.
Payoff pitch, Malachi Knight leans backward and off the plate as it's up.
So many rhymes for Malachi Knight. Unintentionally. High and tight to Malachi Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And at eye level height to Malachi Knight. It's unbelievable how I subconsciously do it.
Easy to do.
You just did one. What rhymed with Malachi that you just said?
I said leans off the plate, and then Malachi Knight walked to first. So I don't think I threw it in
You
there.
did. You did. That's what made me think of it. You said something that rhymed with Malachi, and I didn't hear it.
We'll have to go listen back after the game. That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
Back to action. Ty Saunders is following Malachi Knight. And first pitch to Saunders. He watches it sail in. Changeup at 84 for strike 1. On deck, A.J. Davis. He's been exciting tonight. So is Ty Saunders. Everybody getting a piece of the offense. The 0-1 fouled back. Strike 2. They know it too. 13-1 is our score. Bottom of the 8th. The 0-2 count to Ty Saunders. Off speed, just missing the outside edge. Curve at 73. Saunders with an RBI double back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that brought home Malachi Knight, who's at first right now. And Saunders fouls one down the right field line, and it makes its way all the way back to the right field corner. Foul ball.
That one almost turned into a potential triple. Ty Saunders can run a little as well, and with the speed on first base of Malachi Knight, he certainly would not have been a hindrance on the base paths for Saunders to advance any further. Knight with a ball to that deep right corner in foul territory easily could have made it home.
100%. Ty Saunders just a little bit off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Runner goes from first. The throw. Not in time. Karams off the tip of the glove Nick Oakley into shallow right. Malachi Knight's going to stay put as Ty Saunders makes his way back to the dugout. 1 gone, bottom of the 8th. And Malachi Knight taking second.
How about Tatsu Uemoto? Strikeout numbers are off the charts.
Really good.
6 of the 7 outs that he's recorded via K. Unbelievable.
That's good stuff.
The only downside to striking out that many batters is you have to go deep into counts. And that's been hurting his pitch count, but his pitch count has not been hurting him much.
First pitch to Davis, strike called. As the slider comes in up high, Davis checks his swing. Now steps off, steps back. Brian Carlson here with Tellier Lundquist. We will be back at it tomorrow.
Can we do mimosas on the broadcast? Is that allowed?
We cannot, sadly, but our listeners can.
What about mock mimosas? Just orange juice.
We can.
Orange juice and sparkling water.
I think I'll just stick with.
That sounds terrible.
It does. I will just stick with the orange juice as ball 1 is delivered to A.J. Davis. The 1-1 fouled back to the backstop netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I read something. It was a meme somewhere. Someone said sparkling water is what TV static would taste like.
I can get behind that.
I did too.
I can absolutely get behind that. I've never been a fan of sparkling water.
I haven't either.
I went to Germany one time. I was actually in a baseball tournament.
Yeah.
And I was playing, and they gave us free water, as water generally is. That one in the dirt from Uemoto. The count moves to 2-2. But they gave us these bottled waters, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. It's 85 degrees. I'm dripping sweat. Go into the dugout, crack it open. Sparkling water. The least hydrating and thirst quenching liquid on planet Earth. Absolutely terrible.
Were you that desperate for hydration? Or did you drink the whole thing?
I did not drink the whole thing.
Davis lifts one into right field, and not having to move too much is Luke Saunders. And Malachi Knight staying put at second. So he does not need to rehydrate. But you did, and you opted not to.
Well, I did not realize at the time that there was also a regular water bottle that was in a separate case.
Oh, good.
But they brought the fresh one, so I was like, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And no. Europeans drink sparkling water like it's regular water, and I just can't get behind it.
I can't either. Not the TV static. Malachi Knight at second, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, and Ezra Samperry is the man at the dish, takes strike 1. Change at 84, Uemoto. 6 Ks in 2 innings. The 0-1. Slides away, curveball down and away in the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. And like you said, 6 of 7 outs recorded for Uemoto. Well, now 6 of 8 in 2 innings. 3 innings, I'm sorry. Getting all over the place here. The 1-1. Just missing upstairs.
Maybe your brain is turning into TV static.
Thinking about all this sparkling water. And the fireworks coming up just in a little bit. Can't wait for that. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ezra Sam Perry. And it's in there. Strike 2, knotting the count at 2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, late stages of this ball game.
Couple of premature fireworks as well.
I was wondering what that was. Emilio Corona looking around in the on-deck circle as everybody sitting in the bleachers in the grandstand looking around. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed curve. Breaking ball falls in. And just downstairs, misses for ball 3. That one looked really good from Uemoto.
Tatsu thought he had it as well. So did Jack Holman behind the plate.
Getting loud here at Joe Martin. The payoff pitch to Ezra Sam Perry. Everybody loving it. 13-1, the payoff. And a grounded foul ball down the left field line. Off the fence. Dribbling all the way back to the left foul pole at the foot of it. So they'll try the full count again. All the Bells in the dugout looking around, taking it all in. A full capacity crowd. Bells with smiles on their faces. Payoff again to Sam Perry. Grounds it fair this time down the left field line. And it stays fair, still rolling. Back there is left fielder Tashenko. Malachi Knight across home plate. Scores run number 14 as Ezra Sam Perry stands up with an RBI double with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th.
There's really nothing you can do to stop the Bells lineup today. They have hit 1 through 9 all day long. All 8 of the starting 9 have scored a run in this game. All other 8 in the starting lineup have scored a run for Bellingham as they now lead 14-1.
Great night for the Bells on this July 4th weekend. Bells going for their first home series victory tonight. Have yet to earn a series at home, and what a way to do it in front of a full house here at Bellingham. At the dish, Corona batting ninth takes strike 1. Now Uemoto tightens the batter's gloves and steps back up.
Unbelievable that this is the Bells' 6th time through the order.
Offensive night, 14 runs, and now a liner. Daniel Jernan, top of the lineup, up next. We go back to the top of the order, and now a mound visit from the Port Angeles pitching coach, Scott Kelly.
And generally when Scott Kelly goes out there, this is his first meeting with Uemoto. The conversation in the first mound meeting, if there's ever a second, you're almost always going to a new pitcher. So Scott Kelly, not a man that likes to waste time, and gets out there, says what he needs to say, and then trots on back to the dugout.
Crosses the third baseline now. He's on his way. Daniel Jernan drove home 3 runs back in the bottom of the third on the error to fifth. Now he's got runners on the corners. First pitch from Uemoto. Curve at 70, missing inside to Jernan, who bats right and has a 1-0 count coming his way. Jernan, 5'11", 200 pounds, right-handed batter. The 1-0 popped straight down in the turf and back, rolling into the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. We are in the bottom of the 8th. Bells in front, 14 runs to 1 against the Port Angeles Lefties. Final meeting between these two teams this weekend. Now the 1-1 to Daniel Jernan. He watches it fall down into the turf before.
Fireworks might not even work yet. They'll work at any time. It just won't be as much of a showstopper.
That's true. Not against a dark black night sky. The 2-1 grounded back into the backstop netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jernan windmills both of his arms backwards and now shrugs his shoulders, sets in the right-handed batter's box. draws a vertical line across home plate. Now 2-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Uemoto looking to get out of this. The pitch. Down and skipping off home plate. Another curveball try. Uemoto trying to get Jernin to swing on top of it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another payoff pitch for Tatsu. Payoff, down and away, ball 4, and I was glancing to my right before that first pitch was delivered. Why? Because I saw Riley Parker in the on-deck circle. It is Riley Parker's 21st birthday tonight and getting his first plate appearance here in the bottom of the 8th. Taking over for Yugo Hamikawa, well, previously Connor Thomas, so a couple of pinch hitters for Yugo, and here is the first pitch to Parker. He's got the bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. Tatsu misses down low to Jack Holman. Change at 84, ball 1. So Connor Thomas came in to pinch hit for Yugo Hamikawa in the 7th. He grounded out. Now the birthday boy, Riley Parker, has a 1-0 count. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. The pitch, grounder right at the lefty dugout. Oh no. Looks like it tagged one of the lefties down there. He's sitting upright and looks to be okay.
And that is Trevor Tushankel, who was on the bucket of balls, got knocked off and had to replenish the bucket.
Well, now the 1-1. Ooh, in tight, in close against Riley Parker, but misses his left leg and falls in for ball 2. Sorry, what did you say about the bucket? What is he refilling?
Well, he was sitting on top of the bucket of balls,
yes.
and he fell off, and the bucket fell over. The balls fell out, and then he had to replace them.
2-1 to Parker, grounder down the left field line and foul.
I think a July 3rd birthday would be super fun to have.
Yeah.
Especially if it's this year, or I don't know how often this comes around where July 4th is on a Sunday, but I think it's the perfect day to have July 4th. But to have your birthday and July 4th on Saturday and Sunday back-to-back, that's a heck of a weekend.
That is a fun-filled weekend. Parker in his first plate appearance on his birthday. He will come home. He will come back to the clubhouse with cupcakes and balloons waiting for him. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Nope, that was the 2-2. Scoreboard was behind. So Riley Parker strikes out. Tatsu Uemoto doesn't even know what the count was. He thought it was 2-1 also. He looks at the home plate umpire who says yes. That was strike 3, so Uemoto gets his 7th strikeout in 3 innings and gets out of the bottom of the 8th inning, giving up 1 run to the Bells. It came courtesy of Ezra Samperi getting an RBI double, bringing home Malachi Knight from second, and the Bells strand a couple on the base paths. Emilio Corona at third, Daniel Jernin at first, and Riley Parker strikes out swinging, but it's his birthday, so he doesn't mind. He'll shake it off, and that's how the 8th inning will come to a close. We go to the top of the 9th, leading things off for the Port Angeles Lefties is Carson Crawford. When we come back on your home for Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Have luxury hotel rooms,
2 minutes here, 2
elegant
minutes,
suites,
please.
and relaxing spa? We've got that.
2 minutes coming up.
Thank you.
Swine Spectator Award-winning steakhouse? We've got that. Washington's premier golf destination? We've got that. How about the newest slots, table games, and exciting promotions? Oh yeah, we've got those too. Visit Silver Reef Casino Resort and hit the getaway jackpot. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260. We've got that.
Where do you go to find the best steakhouse between Seattle and Vancouver, BC? Northwest Washington's famed Steakhouse at Silver Reef is the place for award-winning, unforgettable fine dining. Savor our Northwest-sourced, dry-aged USDA prime steaks, finished to perfection in our 1800-degree broiler. Immerse yourself in world-class elegance. Browse our award-winning wine and spirit list, while our attentive staff help to create lasting memories. Reservations are recommended through silverreefcasino.com or by calling Silver Reef Casino Resort.
Dogs don't sweat. They cool themselves primarily through panting. But if it's too hot and humid, they could be in real danger. Animals can have a hard time adjusting being outside a temperature-controlled home for an extended period. In the craziness of summer activities and errands, it's easy to forget about a sleeping pet in the back seat. But temperatures rise quickly in a hot, closed environment, so double-check when exiting your vehicle. Always keep an ample supply of cold water and chilled treats on hand, and closely monitor your pets for signs of distress or excessive panting. If you see any signs of heat stroke, call your vet immediately. Dogs love going for a quick ride down the street with the window down, but when the temperature is rising, it's too hot for spa. A reminder from Cascade Radio Group and Animal Emergency Care and Boundary Bay Specialty Veterinary Hospital. Always ready to serve at their state-of-the-art facility. Their highly trained vet professionals offer hope, compassion, and ability 24 hours a day.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Week, including holidays. In Bellingham and online at animalemergencycare.net.
Baseball. It's Bells Baseball on 98.9 KBay.
Top of the ninth inning, and looking to close things out for the Bellingham Bells in his very first Bells outing of the 2021 summer. It looks like Tommy O'Rourke is on the mound for the Bells. He just got here this week to Bellingham as he was with the Stanford Cardinal in the College World Series. Then took a little bit of time to get up here from when the College World Series with Stanford ended, and then to Bellingham. I haven't had the chance to meet Tommy, talk with him, but he is out here in the top of the ninth looking to close things out. He is 6'2", 200, a right-handed pitcher from Morristown, New Jersey. The 0-2 now on its way, and now deferred to the infield umpire for the call. Missing high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carson Crawford. Nope.
Richie Amaviska coming in to bat in the DH spot. He's down 1-2.
Thank you.
And that one misses just outside from O'Rourke, 2-2. He's throwing low 90s. We've seen him touch 92 and 93 so far. It looks a lot harder from up top. That's because of the downward angle that he gets. He is so tall that he can get over on top of the pitch.
Now he fires one down in the turf, down in the way from right-handed batting Richie Amaviska. Payoff pitch coming up for Tommy O'Rourke in his Bells debut. Tommy will be a sophomore at Stanford University this fall. Graduated from Seton Hall Preparatory High School in West Orange, New Jersey. And the 3-2 inside, brushing the left shoulder of Richie Amaviska as he turns away from it. Richie's walked to first to lead things off, top of the ninth for Port Angeles.
Well, I would say don't call it a comeback, but it's 14-1. However, Amaviska gets on base, and a lot like Connor Thomas for the Bells, Richie Amaviska also not one that has been getting much playing time recently, especially in West Coast League Series. So whenever he gets an opportunity at the plate, he can also kind of play. I'm not saying he's not capable whatsoever. He just has not been getting a certain level of playing time that others are.
Sure, not as consistent as other lefties may be appearing in the lineup. But he's at first. He did his job. Drew a walk on a full count. Now 1 ball, no strikes to Jack Holman at the dish. He pops one into deep left center, and it's back there. So is Malachi Knight. He was running to his left, and he makes the grab for out number 1, top of the ninth.
Yeah, with Malachi Knight's speed, I mean, really the outfield in general, we only saw 1 ball really drop in between them, and I guess you could say it was in between them, the one that Daniel Jernin was going back and it one-hopped the fence off of Garrett Lake. Malachi Knight was kind of over there as well. That's the one fly ball that we've really seen drop in the outfield so far against Bellingham's defense.
And I dropped the call on that one. I did a default to you. Couldn't tell what happened. But first pitch.
The important thing is that one of us got it, and our
true.
listeners understand what happened.
Yes. That is the bottom line, and Tellier got us through it. We'll be back at it tomorrow. 12 noon, 12:05 is the first pitch. Can't wait to be there with you. The 0-1 from Tommy O'Rourke. Runner goes from first. No challenge from catcher Ezra Sam Perry. So Amaviska straight away to second. Nobody there covering the second bag anyway. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jack Holman at the dish. O'Rourke fires and a foul ball straight back. 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Nick Oakley at the plate. Jack Holman, who just flew out to Malachi Knight. There we go. I think our broadcasts are turning into Dumb and Dumber.
Slowly but surely, yeah.
I'm obviously dumber. Obviously.
No, that would be me. That'd be me.
Why do you put that on yourself? Just let me take it.
I'll let you take it this time. The 1-2 runner goes from second. Tommy O'Rourke swings his left foot out of the way of the ground ball. Coming from third is Amaviska. He'll get there as Nick Oakley rips one straight up center field towards O'Rourke. Doesn't hit him, but gets just behind the second bag. No throw coming anywhere. So at first is Nick Oakley. 1 gone, top of the 9th. The lefties have another on the board.
And now Shea Thomas up to bat. Lefties 2 runs on 5 hits so far today. Shea Thomas is 1 for 2 in his 2 plate appearances. A fly out to right and a single. And he takes first pitch in for strike 1. A little off speed from O'Rourke.
Top of the lineup, Shea Thomas. The 0-1 from O'Rourke. Swing and a miss.
You're going to have fun.
That will be a lot of fun. You're right. Yeah, I guess I haven't thought about that. It really rolls off the tongue.
Absolutely.
Time called at the dish. Shea Thomas taking an extra breather now. Stepping up. He's got blue Nike cleats, blue and white batter's gloves, and a Port Angeles royal blue batting helmet. The 0-2 from O'Rourke, missing just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now every time you say it, you're going to have to think about it.
Did
you think about it that time?
I
the
did.
0-2 from O'Rourke?
All I saw was your face telling me that I would have fun saying that.
Okay, awesome.
The 1-2, driven towards second base. The play to first from Ty Saunders. Now second from Ty Saunders. Now to first. In time to Aviles. This ball game is over. By the way, at second was Riley Parker, the birthday boy, getting out number 1. And going to first, Luis Aviles for the final out of won their first home series of the 2021 summer season. And now celebrate on the first base side of the pitcher's mound in a long high five line. Everybody coming down and snaking back and forth in a celebratory fashion. Bells 14-2. Final score. The largest score put up by any team. And break down all the totals for you on your home for Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Are you looking for a retirement community that supports and enhances your active? Then check out Meadow Greens Retirement.
3 minutes?
Yes, 5-star golf course with spectacular views. Meadow Greens.
No problem.
Apartments with exceptional amenities, including a complimentary golf membership with a cart and unlimited weekday play. And when it's time to take a break from teeing off, Meadow Greens has so much to offer. You'll love tailored social activities and fine dining, not to mention panoramic views. Relax on the terrace as you soak up the rich green of the golf course and the snow-capped mountains beyond. Meadow Greens is a place where your independence is valued, your needs are taken care of, and your safety is their highest priority. It's retirement living at its finest with a vibrant community focused on the things you love. Call Meadow Greens today to arrange a private tour. Call 360-354-8200 and online at meadowgreenslinden.com. The grass is always greener at Meadow Greens Retirement.
Down teams. There are positions available in a location near you. Excellent pay, great benefits, and a fun teamwork-oriented atmosphere. For more information, go to chsnw.com/employment for all the details.
I'm Naheem Hines, professional football player. No matter the challenges I face every day in the NFL, my mom is always there for me, despite her own struggles with muscular dystrophy. And MDA is there for my mom. At their 150 care centers across the U.S., MDA is the leading organization in research and care for kids and adults with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Join me and learn more at helpmda.org today. Thank you.
Huge selection, next day delivery, and amazing prices. Just some of the reasons to visit Wilson's Furniture when you're shopping for your next furniture purchase. Wilson's, open 7 days a week on Pacific Highway in Ferndale and online 24/7 at wilsonhomefurnishings.com.
No matter what kind of work you do, whether it sounds like this, or even like this. If you have a work injury affecting your performance, Capstone Physical Therapy can help. Capstone Physical Therapy's Return to Work program will get you back to work and back to the activities you enjoy most. The Capstone team of expert physical and occupational therapists will take the time to learn about your injury and your job. They'll create a treatment plan specifically for you that includes evidence-based therapy proven to work. Capstone's L&I approved Return to Work program is the first of its kind in Whatcom County. With Capstone, you'll perform work-specific rehabilitation activities that focus on getting you back to work and enjoying life. Even if you've tried physical therapy,
Back in 10.
therapy is the same. Discover what sets Capstone apart. Get back to work and back to life with Capstone Physical Therapy. Learn more at capstonept.com.
It's the Bellingham Bells postgame on 98.9 K-Bay.
Oh, we're back in a flash already after a very victorious night for the Bells. 14 runs to 2 is the final score, and some totals for you real quickly. Bells 14 runs off 16 hits, 1 error, 9 left on base. Port Angeles 2 runs off 5 hits, 3 errors, 8 left on base. 1 home run tonight for the Bells, 1 of 14 runs, and eventually, a couple more, he would score another run and then get an RBI double. In the bottom of the 8th, you guessed it, it is catcher Ezra Sam Perry who joins me up here in the booth. Ezra, how does that one feel?
Man, it feels good. Not even on a personal level, but on a team level. We played really good, and that feels really good, and it's great to see. Bells are getting hot.
They sure are, and the bats are ripping and roaring here this series against Port Angeles. 16 hits in total. Another home run for you. And how did that feel in front of a full house here at Joe Martin?
Felt really good. Got a curveball away, and I went with it. And off the bat, I didn't expect it to go out because balls normally don't fly here. And rounding first, halfway to second, and I hear the crowd roar, and I'm like, oh, man, that might have gone out. And then I look, and the outfielder's just standing there. I was like, that's awesome.
That was sure great to call up here and see from our standpoint. And a bunch of offense for the Bells. Obviously, 14 runs, the most runs put up by any team at Joe Martin this season so far. So how was your reception in the dugout after that home run?
It was good. I mean, the boys are always loving it, and it's always a great energy in the dugout. It's not even just the home runs. It's anything. Anytime you come in to score, everybody gets love, and it's great to have in the dugout some good energy.
A lot of your teammates starting to heat up also, most notably Emilio Corona and Malachi Knight. He came in here 1 hit on 14 at-bats. Tonight, 3 hits and a couple of walks getting on board. Tonight was Malachi Knight. How excited are you for those teammates?
I'm super excited. Emilio's been struggling. He's been hitting balls right to guys, and it's good to see some finally fall. And then for Malachi, new guy on the team, and he's young, and it's college pitching, and he's going to go into UCLA or get drafted and see the same pitching. So it's good for him to see some hits fall for sure.
It's going to be awesome. First firework night of the season here at Joe Martin. You looking forward to that? And what is your plan? And who are you going to go watch it with?
I'm going to watch with the boys down on the field, and I'm super excited. I'm from Oregon. We don't really get big fireworks in the sky, so we'll see some here.
That's going to be great. There were fireworks on the field tonight for the Bells for sure. You a part of that action, most definitely. Ezra, thank you for joining us up here postgame.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Ezra Sam Perry, and he is going to go book it down to the field and enjoy the fireworks tonight, as everybody is here in the full house crowd at Joe Martin Field. Great to hear from Ezra. He had a great night tonight, as did the Bells. 14 runs to 2 is the final score. And everybody sticking around. It is fireworks night. We will take one more quick break, come right back, and sign off from Joe Martin Field before taking in some fireworks at the ballpark. And if you are around the Bellingham area, Joe Martin right off Lakeway, so pull over and enjoy the show. It's going to be visible from quite a few areas in Bellingham Bay, just along the horizon to our right. So soak it in. It's going to be fun. And if you hear popping in the area, you know what it is. It's fireworks at Joe Martin Field. We will step aside, come right back, and sign off after this on your home for Bells Baseball, 98.9 K-Bay, and online at 989kbay.com.
Hi, this is Jacob Marr with Mars Heating.
All right,
Did you know every home requires a different amount of heating and cooling to keep you comfortable? At Mars, we do a careful home analysis to make sure your system is sized just right. And we
need 2 minutes here?
Carrier. Plus, right now get special financing for 72 months. Stay cool this summer when you turn.
I didn't catch that, sorry.
And
just
Mars.
1 minute is fine.
Visit us online at marsheating.com. That's MARRS heating.com. For out-of-this-world service, call Mars.
Subject to credit approval. Call for details.
Make your home improvement dreams a
2 minutes,
reality with
actually,
West
2
Edge
minutes,
Credit Union's
please.
Eco Fix-It Loan by West Edge Credit Union. A new deck, install solar energy, or convert from gas to electric. The Eco Fix-It Loan with no fees and a special low fixed rate make them possible. Secure financing now and use it when you're ready. Pay no interest until you draw funds. And with no equity requirement means you can get funding in as little as
2 minutes
24
back there?
hours.
2
Find
minutes?
solutions, not excuses at West Edge Credit Union
okay?
on James and Alabama in Bellingham. Some conditions apply. See West Edge for details. West Edge Credit.
We got 1 more minute after this ad. Is that good?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Cool.
Robinson Hardwood and Homes. Whether you repair, restore, or have new hardwood floors installed, you want professional and trustworthy service.
Robinson.
Visit Robinson today if you're looking to redo your floors. Their dustless floor refinishing makes refinishing efficient and easy. Their knowledgeable experts know how to get the most out of your floors.
Robinson.
Providing guaranteed quality, guaranteed service, guaranteed for life. Learn more online at robinsonhardwood.com.
You have job openings. We have HireMeWA.com. HireMeWA.com is Cascade Radio Group's new hyper-local job board. It's free and easy to use. Just upload your openings today. Plus, job seekers can post resumes too. Through the power of radio, we'll make HireMeWA.com the go-to.
10 seconds.
All right.
It's Washington. Tell your friends, your manager, your favorite local business. HireMeWA.com is live now and free to post. Go to HireMeWA.com.
It's the Bellingham Bells postgame on 98.9 K-Bay.
Winning pitcher tonight going to Aaron Barocas. That's so good to see. Aaron getting his first win, credited to him on the season. Now he's got a record of 1-0. Good to see for Aaron. Losing pitcher, tagged to Corey Sanchez tonight, the Port Angeles starter on the mound. And Corey went 2 2/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 hit batsmen, and 1 strikeout for Corey. Lights going out at Joe Martin. We're going to sign off and enjoy the fireworks here at the ballpark. But first, a couple of shout-outs. Josh Costa, our in-studio engineer back at Network Central for 98.9 K-Bay. And Haley Sear, our on-site video engineer. And Ben Bagley, our on-site statistician. Talia Lundquist, my broadcast partner. I'm Ryan Carlson, signing off from Joe Martin Field. Final score, Bells 14, Port Angeles 2. Fireworks are beginning, and hope you enjoy them from wherever you're watching. I'm Ryan Carlson saying so long from Joe Martin Field.
Thanks for listening to Summer Baseball on your home for the Bellingham Bells.